and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and it's probably something more for upcoming fashion designers or students studying textiles. So I'm going to be talking about fibre properties and fibre content, and then I'm going to explain and show how to do a thermal test, or what we call a burn test. Fibres have different properties or qualities, and these properties determine the end use of a fibre. So it's important to understand the properties because it will allow you to understand how they will perform for you when you are constructing your own textile piece or work or project or garment. Anyways, so there are a number of fibre properties in textiles, and we separate them into two different categories. So the two different categories are aesthetic and functional. I will pop up a table here next to me explaining and showing the different properties. So why do I need to understand the different properties of a fabric or a fibre? Why do I need to care about that? And as a textile student, it's really important to know your fabrics and your fibres. It will help to determine the comfort of a garment that you're making, and it will also help you understand how to take care of it afterwards, so like the washing and the drying of your final piece. When purchasing your fabric from a website, the fibre content is usually listed there. If you're buying from a fabric shop such as Spotlight, they will usually have a tag attached to the fabric roll, will have the fibre content. But what if those fabrics are too expensive, or you're on a budget, or you want to go the sustainable route and you want to purchase from an op shop, but how do you know what they are, and how do you know if they're going to be the right fabric for what you intend to be making? So that is where knowing how to complete a safe burn test will come in handy for you. I'm going to show you how to do that now. Here are the tools and equipment you will need for this burn test. And these are the 4 fabrics I'll be testing today. So firstly, set up your burn test area. Make sure to keep safety in mind. I've kept the cup to the side just in case. So what you're watching during this testing is what your fabric does on the approach to the flame, what it does while it's in the flame, what it does after it's been in the flame, the smell, and the residue or ash that it leaves. So those are the elements that you're testing. So cotton doesn't shrink away, it burns quickly with a yellow flame. It continues to burn with an afterglow, and it produces a light grey ash, and the smell is kind of similar to just burning paper. Shrinks away from a flame, it smolders and burns slowly, it tends to self-extinguish, it's got this weird crunchy black ash, and it smells very, very similar to burnt hair. It's gross. Next, I'm going to test a polyester, and this time I'm using a tulle. It fuses and shrinks away from the flame, burns slowly with some melting, and a black, thick smoke appears. It can self-extinguish, forms hard black beads for the ash or residue, and it smells sweet. glass sample, I'm using an elastomeric type of fabric, and I've chosen a lycra. So this one is a scary one to burn. It fuses, it doesn't shrink, it burns and melts, and it continues to burn, which is why I had to chuck that glass on there. It freaked me out. It has like a soft, squishy residue, and it has a really yuck chemical smell.